What's up, Sunderland fans? This is a game week 2 and 3 update for our fantasy league. Sorry that I've not done one last week. It's because I was doing my charity ride and recovery from that has been longer than expected. So we'll back to the regular updates after this one, I promise you. So here's the Black Cats League, and as we can see, top of the league at the moment is Lord Joe with Red and White Army on a total of 209 points. Followed closely by the Hartlepool Massive and Robert Sly. Then a gap starts to open up slightly for the previous top of the league player, Linz All Stars. So let's see what was going on at the Red and White Army with Joe Law this week. 59 points in total, not much in it for this game week. The highest points they got was game week 3, which they were using bench boost on. And on the bench alone, there was 17 points added. So really good week to be using the bench boost for them on game week 3. Game week 2, triple captained, got 60 points for that. Unfortunately, the captain was on Hernandez. If it had been on someone here like Pedro, then that would have been a massive pointage for them. And game week 3 didn't start off very well, but it just shows how much you could change it round in a single game. So Hartlepool Massive, big points for them. Game week 3, 76 points in total. Surprisingly, the wild card was the only one used here, so change up of some of the players. 12 points on the bench, but no bench boost used there. But definitely good shout with the Chelsea players and Grealish at Everton there, who's racked up the most points for them this week. Linz All Stars, who was our reigning champion, started the whole thing off with 86 points, hit 59 points, which isn't bad to be fair. Roofs in goal, got 8 points. Pedro, it seems to be the man getting all the points at the moment. Doubled what Haaland was getting. And still a really good point score with no boosters on for Linz All-Stars this week. So still got something in the pocket there to be used later on. 82 points for 1973 Legends. Great shout for Les Burgess this week. And there I am, 47th place with 52 points. So not all that bad, only a few points away from the top of the league at the moment for this game week anyway. And I'd like to see Conrad down here with 44 points all the way down at 68th. He has creeped off the bottom, but only just. So as long as I stay above him, I'll be quite happy with that one. Now, it's been all change for me this week. So this is my change team now coming up for this week. I've activated my triple captain this week, so watch yourself. I'm coming for you at the top. My captain is on Isak, the Liverpool player, Isak. Liverpool are up against Burnley next week, so there's potential there if he does play to get some big points with Isak and Salah behind him there. Still kept Xhaka and Lafitte in the centre. I've changed out my 2 injured City players now. Sousa coming in from Villa and Senese from Bournemouth coming in there, who have both racked up decent points so far. And 2 bench changes, Ekdal and Foster on there. Purely based around the fact that the budget was stretched trying to get Isak into the team. So 2 cheap options on the bench there. So hopefully Isak makes that pay off for me. Couldn't have him in the team originally because it is no Mags FC, of course. But now he's not a Mag, he's in there. And what a strike partnership that should be. Of course, you've got plenty of time because we've no fixtures this week. We're on the international break, so we'll be kicking off again next week. So make sure you have a think, have a look, see what you want to change. And if, like me, you've got to make substitutes, it cost me points. It did cost me points. I didn't play the wild card or anything like that. So it did cost me 8 points, I think, in total, off my total, to make all the changes I wanted to make. But there you go. That's my team going forward. And we'll have a quick look at the overall, top of the league for absolutely everyone playing Fantasy League. And this is this Rezo, 80 points with triple captain this week. Although not racking up all that many points compared to some 27 points on Haaland as the captain and triple captain. So that has really kept him up the top of the league, luckily, with that triple captain boost. I think without that, he wouldn't have been there at all. No Sunderland players in his squad, so we're not happy with that one. Joint first at the moment with BA Boys FC. Again, no Sunderland players. These guys don't know what they're doing, clearly. They'd have got you more points than a Langer. So there you go. That's the top two teams in the entire league at the moment. So that's it for game weeks 2 and 3 that we've just missed out on. We'll do regular updates now, but we've got a bit of a break, a week off here, because we're waiting for the football to start again. So you've got plenty of time to tweak that team and still get up the table, because we've seen how quickly people could go from bottom to top in just one game. So have a think about what you need to do to get yourself there, and I'll see you after game week 4.